F1A and F1S. Welcome to Maths for Week 4. This week our number fluency is going to focus on skip counting. Skip counting is when we skip by a certain number over and over again. We're going to focus on skip counting by tens and by fives this week. Up on the board here, I've got the numbers in the skip counting by 10 sequence from 10 to 100. I wonder if you can help Teto. I'm going to say the black numbers, so the 10, the 30, the 50, the 70 and the 90, and Teto and you are going to do all the blue numbers, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. Okay, so I'll go first. 10. Now it's your Teto's turn. What do you say? 20, well done. My turn. 30, your turn. 40, good job. 50, 60, well done. 70, 80, good job. 90, and lucky last, 100. Well done. Let's do it one more time. Are you ready? 10, 30, 50, 70, 90. Fantastic, well done. You might have noticed that when we're counting by tens, it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But if you get rid of that 0, like that, can you see that? Maybe more over here you can see better. Do you see how there's just a 3 there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All it's doing is adding a 0 to the end of each of the numbers because we're adding 10 every single time. To get from 10 to 20, you just add 10. 20 to 30, you add 10 again. Watch. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I've added 10 to 20 and I get to 30. This week in maths, we're going to keep building our knowledge about length. Let's go check our learning intention and success criteria. We are learning that we can use objects in our house to measure length. Our success criteria is, I can measure the length of different things in my house using a pencil. The length of an object is how long or short that object is. We can use lots of different things to measure length. You might have used a ruler before or a piece of string. This week we're going to have a go at using different objects in our house to measure the length of other objects. I'll show you how I do mine first, and then you can have a go at home. So I want to measure the length of this table. I've got my measuring tool, which is my pencil today, and what I'm going to do first is match up one end of the pencil with the end of the table and make sure that matches there. Then I'm going to put a finger where the other end of the pencil is. That way, when I lift up the pencil, I know where to put the end for my next one. So that's one pencil, two pencils. Put my finger over here again. Now that's 3 pencils. Put my finger over here now. That's 4 pencils. Put my finger over here. That's 5 pencils. Put my finger over here. 6 pencils. Put my finger over here. My table is 7 pencils long. So when I was measuring the table, it was really important to make sure that I kept my finger at the end of the pencil So I know where to put the other end when I measure the next pencil along. If I didn't do that, and I just started here and just moved it along, I wouldn't know that I was measuring it accurately. It might be too far or not far enough along. So I've drawn my table here, and I'm going to label it as a table, and then I'm going to write the number 7 because the table was 7 pencils long. So I'll draw a pencil. The table was 7 pencils long. The next thing that I want to measure is the length of this door. So I've got my pencil, and I'm going to make sure I put it over here and put my finger at this end so I know where to put my pencil for the next measurement. So that's 2 pencils, 3 pencils long, 4 pencils long, 5 pencils long, 6 pencils long. There's 6 and about half of the pencil. So I would say that this is 6.5 pencils long. I've drawn a line underneath the table measurement so that it's clear that this measurement is a different one. Let's draw that door now. So I've drawn my door now, here it is, and I've also added some arrows to my door and my table. These arrows are showing which side of the object's length I measured, because I didn't measure the length from here to here. I measured the length from here to here. The door was 6.5 pencils long. So I'll write my 6, and then I want to write half because it was only half a pencil longer than 6. It wasn't 7 pencils. 6.5. You might write 6.5 like this. This means a half, or you might write 6.5 like that, just how you would say it. The other way that you could write it is to do 6.5. That also means 6.5. Today I'm just going to use the first one. 6.5 pencils. 6.5 pencils long. So next I want to measure the length of this chest. So I'll put my pencil at one end of the chest and make sure my finger marks where the pencil's end is so I can move it along 1 pencil length. So that's 2 pencils, 3 pencils, 3.5 pencils long, because when I got to the end, there wasn't a whole pencil at the end, it's going off. It's around about half of the pencil. So I will say that is 3.5 pencils long. So our chest was 3.5 pencils long. Let's draw our chest. There's our chest, and we measured from this side across to this side. That was the length that we measured today. Let's draw our 3, and it was 3.5. 3.5 pencils long. Next, I'm going to measure my sister. So she's lying down so I can measure how long she is from her head all the way to her toes. Let's start putting my pencil in line with her head. There we go. Put my finger there. Move my pencil along. 1 pencil, 2 pencils, 3 pencils, 4 pencils, 5 pencils, 6 pencils, 7 pencils, 8 pencils, and a half. So that's 8.5 pencils long. The last thing that I measured was my sister Imogen. She's not an object, but I thought it would be fun to measure her. So let's draw her. There she is. And we measured from her head to her toes. That was the length we measured on her body. She was 8.5 pencils long. Your job today is to find an object like a pencil and use that object to measure the length of other objects in your house. Don't forget that after you measure the objects, record the length in your book. Have lots of fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.